Welcome to episode 2 of Hiking with David. Today we're in Old Town Pasadena looking at pieces of art. But we're going to go a lot farther than that. We're going to go back to Las Cruces, New Mexico and Mesa, Arizona, where our Bible bowlers went this year to answer questions based on their study of 2 Samuel. We didn't have a chance to give them a Bible Bowl Sunday this year, so we're going to try to make it up to them right now. So without any further ado, let's get on with it. What are you going to do with that hammer? Studied the book of 2 Samuel. I've got about 15 minutes to tell you the story, so let's go through it, shall we? Tell you what, let's let our kids do it.
The book of 2 Samuel begins in chapter 1. King Saul and his son Jonathan have just died. Even though David was being hunted by Saul, he mourns at the news because of his respect for the Lord's anointed.
David's son Ishbosheth takes over as king of Israel, and the anointed heir to the throne, David becomes king over the tribe of Judah only.
Joab, who is commander of David's army, murdered Abner, who was commander of Ishbosheth's army. David's not happy.
Ishbosheth is murdered by Rechab and Baanah. David is still not happy, even though he was the rightful anointed king. Let's go. King, let's go. King, let's go.
The ark is brought to Jerusalem, but when the oxen stumbled, Uzzah broke an important rule and touched the ark with deadly consequences.
The elders of Israel then made David king over all Israel, and David defeats the Philistines.
David realizes he lives in a palace while the ark of God remains in a tent, and he wants to build a home for it.
God tells David he has not asked for a home for the ark, but he will build a dynasty out of his offspring that will reign forever.
In battle, David has great success wherever he goes.
David asks if there is anybody remaining in the house of Saul to whom he can show kindness to. He meets Mephibosheth, who was lame in both feet. David tells him he will always eat at the king's table. Unfortunately, David's story takes a turn for the worse.
David suffers serious setback and moral failure when he sees Bathsheba bathing on a rooftop. It results in him setting up the death in battle of Bathsheba's husband.
The prophet Nathan tells David a story of a poor man and a rich man. The poor man had a little ewe lamb whom he loved like a daughter. The rich man took the ewe lamb and prepared it as a meal for a traveler. David burned with anger against the rich man. Then Nathan told him, "You are that man."
David confessed that he had sinned against the Lord. After suffering a serious consequence in the loss of a child, he became the father of Solomon through Bathsheba.
Nathan told David that calamity and the sword will never depart from his house.
David's son Amnon abused his half-sister Tamar, and then Absalom murdered Amnon.
Absalom conspired to win over the hearts of the Israelites by agreeing to settle the disputes. When David heard the Israelites were with Absalom, he fled.
Ahithophel, an advisor to Absalom, told him to do this disgraceful thing. God used Hushai the Archite, David's advisor, to frustrate the advice of Ahithophel.
Absalom died during a battle that followed when he was riding a mule and his hair got stuck in a tree.
Even though Absalom was David's enemy, David mourned when he heard about the news of Absalom's death. He was probably very sorry that his sins started the chain of events that caused so much sorrow in his household and amongst the Israelites.
David sung a song of praise to God that started off by proclaiming, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer."
According to Matthew chapter 1, Jesus was born 28 generations after David, and is lying as God promised. In the last chapter of the Bible, Jesus says he is the root and offspring of David, and the bright morning star.
After studying for several weeks during the Sunday morning Bible class hour, we took 2 Samuel on the road with us to Buddy and Karen Crisp's house in Running Springs. They have a long history of hosting a Bible Bowl study weekend, although it was the first time up there for all of our current bowlers. Karen Crisp is the sister of Leanne Ketcher. While not playing in the snow, our bowlers rotated through various study stations, including chapter placement with Patty, characters with Carmen, places and numbers with Laura, practice questions with Robert, and Trivial Pursuit with David. And now our coaches will introduce their teams, and then it's back to Las Cruces to see how we did.
Hi, I'm Patty Ortega, coming to you live from Crosspoint Christian Church TV. This year, I was blessed with the honor of being the coach for the 2020 senior high team called the Abnerds. The Abnerds consisted of 4 players: Bethany Sanchez, Ryan Ortega, Daniel Posada, and Nathan Ortega. The reason the team chose the name the Abners was actually kind of funny. This year, Bible bowlers studied the book of 2 Samuel. Abner was the commander of Saul's army and a very well-known character in the book of 2 Samuel. The team thought it would be actually kind of funny to add the letters DS to the end of Abner, giving them the name the Abnerds.
Hi, my name is Carmen Perez, and I was the coach for the team called the Anointed Ones. In my team, I had Marco Chavira, Melinda Bañuelos, Rebecca Moran, and Jasmine Perez. The reason why the kids chose the Anointed Ones for a name is because David was anointed by God, so they figured the Anointed Ones would be a good team name. Thank you so much.
My name is Laura Chavira, and I'm a coach for the 4 Mighty Warriors. The 4 Mighty Warriors are Jaylene Chavira, Javen Perez, Cassandra Mendoza, and Madison Rojo. One of the reasons that we chose the name 4 Mighty Warriors is because my team consists of all 6th graders, and most of them it's their first time ever competed in Bible Bowl. And the name 4 Mighty Warriors, I wanted that to be a reminder of them that even though they're young, they are warriors. And they're the smallest of all the teams, the youngest of all the teams.
Hi everybody, my name is Robert Bañuelos. Just want to say it was a great pleasure being the coach for the Eo Lamb and the Sons of Ner. It was great having the players I had: Kimberly Hernandez, Nick Fox, Michael Fox, and Xavier Bañuelos. They learned a lot, I learned a lot, and I just wish them the best to grow closer to God and continue with their studies as they go on in life. Thank you all.
Hi, my name is Debbie, and I'm the coach of the Mountain Movers. Our awesome movers include Gabriel Posada, Timothy Robles, Alejandra Carrillo, Alexa Ramos, and Salma Orozco.
Las Cruces Bible Bowl included a service project that groups were dispatched to help organizations around the city. About 20 different groups went around Las Cruces to serve the world with love. Crosspoint made up 3 of these groups. We went to the Dona Ana fire station to wash a fire truck and then had lunch with the station crew members. Another group went to a local hospital to serve lunch to doctors and nurses there. We weren't allowed to take pictures inside, but they had no problem with Kimberly and Jasmine taking their helicopter for a spin. Another of our groups went to another fire station to serve but found nobody home. They instead visited and had lunch at a local park. We wrapped up our visit to Las Cruces with a stop at White Sands National Park, and then it was off to the airport to come home and prepare for the next road trip to Mesa, Arizona, where we visited the home of Jedver and Letty Lopez and enjoyed a cookout at Usery Mountain Park. And now we're going to ask some questions to find out if you are smarter than a Bible bowler. Here we go.
God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Humble yourself, be
that's going to do it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed your trip back to Las Cruces, New Mexico and Mesa, Arizona with us. We sure did. See you next time.